Welcome back to this special edition of LUTV News. A heroin epidemic has invaded St. Louis and St. Charles County. Two families that lost their children to overdoses want to see the epidemic come to an end. When Guy lost her 20-year-old daughter to heroin, she knew she had to do something to keep other families from going through the same thing, but she didn't know what. One day she made a t-shirt that said "Stop Heroin" on the front, and underneath it said "I Heart Nikki." She put the shirt on and decided to take a walk around the neighborhood. She had no idea it would inspire so many people to come up to her and tell their own stories.
But then we did all that, and then, but I thought I would.
Walking for Wellness started as just that, Guy Vigna taking walks around her neighborhood. After losing her 20-year-old daughter, Nikki, to a heroin overdose, Guy wasn't sure how to move forward with her life.
It's just a walk, and then the walks led to meeting families who had lost children.
She had no idea that first walk was the start of her not-for-profit organization, Walking for Wellness.
The walks are to really generate education, to generate awareness, but also to really provide families a venue to be able to come to when they've lost a child or a loved one or a sibling or a brother, to be able to talk to other families, for people that have current users, to talk to people that come there who are in recovery.
But Walking for Wellness members don't just do walks. They travel all around the Metro St. Louis area giving education presentations, helping families who have lost loved ones, and working with law enforcement to help stop heroin.
Their monthly Life After Loss meetings. We are doing school educational programs. We started getting requests from the school. Will you come to the school and talk about what's going on with the walks, why you do this? We've paired up with the DEA right now, Strategy 360.
Samantha Dickman has been a part of Walking for Wellness since the start. When addicts go into treatment, Samantha and other members will meet with the family to talk to them before they visit the addict for the first time.
It's the first time that they're going to see their addict since they've been in treatment, so we kind of tell them, this is where your addict is at now, and this is, the things you're going to see about them. You're going to see the old them again. You're going to see that spark in them, that light in them again.
Samantha said they also talk to families about the hard stuff that has to be talked about when dealing with a heroin addict, like how they want to be buried or whether or not they have life insurance.
Some people they'll come up, they'll thank you for being there, and other times you can just see that look of defeat.
Walking for Wellness is now active in 9 different cities, and you can reach any of them on their Facebook page at facebook.com/stopheroin. Kelly Clodfelter felt the same drive to make a change after losing her 17-year-old son, Jordan. Instead of focusing on families that have already been touched by heroin, Kelly focuses on keeping the kids from ever getting started. Jordan's Place is a not-for-profit teen hangout. Located in Warrenton, Kelly said she opened the safe haven in a place she knew kids could walk to, 1 block away from where Jordan overdosed. Inside, kids will find a pool table, a PlayStation 4, basketball, and flat-screen TVs. The mission of Jordan's Place is to give kids a place to hang out and have fun without facing the pressures of drugs or alcohol.
It's where kids need to be. And every time I walk in there, I can feel that's what it's supposed to be. It's for my kid. And I can't buy him a birthday present anymore. I can't get him anything for Christmas. So I have to fight in his honor. Basically, to volunteer there, you just come and you get to hang out with kids, play pool, remind the youth that there are adults that care enough to be there.
The counties themselves are also making an effort to stop the use of heroin by convincing kids to never even start. A St. Charles County initiative called CRUSH, or Community Resources United to Stop Heroin, took their message to Orchard Farm Middle School on Thursday. The day consisted of presentations and activities designed to convince kids that no good can come out of doing drugs.
We did not always make the best choices.
When kids arrived at Orchard Farm Middle School on Thursday, they were excited about a full day without classes. What they didn't know is they would learn a lesson just as important as math and science.
Hopefully they leave knowing that the choice to make is to not do drugs, and hopefully what they hear and see today helps them make those choices.
The students heard experiences from a DEA agent, a presentation from a former drug user, and had a class on the dangers of prescription drugs.
All the speakers are engaging, and it's been great information.
In between presentations, the kids visited stations in the hallway that offered prizes and gave more information about the dangers of drug use. Guidance counselor Danielle Murley says she hasn't seen many drug cases at the middle school, and they could be reaching the kids with this information just in time.
Thank goodness we don't have too many of these cases, but you never know when a student of ours is going to be experienced with that, whether it's going to be now or a year to 10 years down the road. So even if we impact one student's life, that's all that matters from today.
Sixth grader Bryce Westerfeld said he learned not only about how to say no, but also what to do if you see someone else using. There was one presentation in particular that caught his attention.
One guy, he ended up having to go to prison and quit a job, get divorced, and it sounds really bad.
He was talking about Chris Neiman, a recovering addict who is one of the few people who was able to get themselves clean after suffering an addiction to heroin. Now Chris spreads his message to keep kids from making the same mistakes that he did.
I didn't know what I was going to be when I grew up. You know, when I was that age, I didn't know about addiction. I didn't realize it was behaviors that went along with it too that portrayed that, you know. So even though I might not have thought about being an addict at their age, I definitely displayed that quality, you know.
Crush plans on holding more teen summits at several middle schools and high schools around St. Charles County. If you want them to come to your school, you can contact Leslie Knight through the St. Charles County website. Up next on LUTV News, we will talk to a DEA officer who has dedicated his career to stopping heroin. He'll tell us why we are seeing so much of the drug and what law enforcement is doing to make it stop.